Welcome to another edition of the Business and Personal Podcast. We bring you closer to the people you do business with, and we've got a great guest on here today with the start of Senior Independence Month here in February. We're going to talk all about how to make the bathroom safer. It's one of the more dangerous rooms of the home for seniors that are still living at home alone, and we're going to talk about everything else that Justin does with Michigan Bathroom. So it's Justin Worthing, the owner and operator of Michigan Bathroom, that's on with us here. And thanks, first of all, Justin, for joining us out of your busy schedule.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure.
So it's the Business and Personal Podcast. So let's learn a little bit about you first. Tell us about yourself and kind of what led you to starting Michigan Bathroom.
Sure, absolutely. So I'm actually a third generation master plumber, and I've been in the plumbing business since 1997, went through an apprenticeship back then, just out of high school. And that actually kind of is what got me into the bathroom remodeling. I was already in a lot of people's bathrooms doing just the plumbing side of it. And then I just started picking up, some of the more construction aspects of it. And that's kind of how I got into the bathroom remodeling. I seen a need just of a company to really take care of, their customers and just have a service. So I kind of ran with it from that point.
Absolutely. Next to the kitchen, it's one of the most important rooms of the house for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very important to people. So just to kind of let, on a podcast, our listeners, viewers, they can come from anywhere, but what geographic areas do you serve?
So I'm based in Grand Blanc, and so anywhere, I go about 50 miles in any direction. So about an hour's drive. I'll go to Lansing, Saginaw, Detroit, Metro Detroit, Ann Arbor, and even go, east towards Lapeer and towards Port Huron area. So about an hour's drive, 50 miles or so from the Flint area is kind of the region that I serve.
Any job that's worth the drive, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So as I mentioned before, bathrooms are certainly one of the most dangerous rooms in the home for seniors that are still trying to live at home alone or whatever, that are struggling maybe to get around a little bit. I know there's several things that you can do to make the bathroom safer and allow that senior to live at home longer. Just give people an idea of some of the things that you do to make the bathroom safer.
Sure, absolutely. So something simple that, is very cost effective is just grab bars in certain areas where they're going to be walking and stepping. Even if they can't go all the way to like a tub shower conversion, just installing grab bars, in certain areas where they're going to be kind of, needing a helping hand to get in and out of their bathtub. That's kind of something simple. But then we go as far as doing a tub to shower conversion, where we take out the tub that's got, a 16 to 18 inch lift, that they've got to step over, and we can get that down to about a 2.5 inch lip with a small shower base. So that just really, makes that transition into the shower area a lot safer.
And have you noticed a big increase for these types of services since COVID, since maybe people are looking to keep their parent or grandparent in the home longer, trying to avoid assisted living? Have you noticed an increase in demand for those services?
Yeah, I sure have, actually. I've noticed it's probably about 25% since, the whole COVID pandemic had passed. I'm noticing about that much of an increase. And I do get a lot of, children of older parents, some are in their like 70s, but they've got parents in their 80s and 90s. And they will reach out to me directly and say, we want to leave, we want to keep our parents in their home that they've had their whole life. And, what can we do to make this bathroom a safer area so we don't have to worry about them? So I do get quite a few of those, situations that I can take care of those customers for sure.
And the goal is to keep those issues from happening, to try to get ahead of that rather than have you come in, after something happened. That's the worst case scenario. But are there certain things that family members can be on the lookout for to determine, we ought to try to make this bathroom safer? Are there any things they should be looking for?
Yeah, just surfaces in the bathroom that, are slippery, especially when they get wet. Obviously, there's going to be water in a bathroom that gets on the floor. So if they've got a slippery floor, slippery tile, just to check to make sure that they can either put like a nice rug down or something for them to walk across so they're not slipping. And as I mentioned before, just like grab bars in certain areas, either, at the shower tub area or even around the toilet, those kinds of things, just because that is one thing I'm hearing is there's a lot of like slips and falls, like just trying to transition from, getting into the tub or shower or transitioning off the toilet. So those are definitely things that they can keep their eyes on.
The good thing is it's not like you're completely tearing up the bathroom. It's not like a super long, I would assume, process. How long can people expect most of these safety features to take for you to install?
Yeah, if it's just simple grab bars or, even changing out a toilet to, more of a comfort chair height, probably a couple hours max. Going into the tub to shower conversion, we have a really nice system that I've been using for a number of years, and a really nice product that goes in really quickly. So even something, if it's just the shower tub area, that's usually only about a day and a half, 2 days tops, and that's start to finish. So even with that, it's a quick process for sure.
And I would imagine collaboration is so important with something like this. A lot of times family members have to be involved later in life, maybe when the loved one can't make all the decisions on their own. How important is it for you to collaborate with the family when you're making these changes?
I feel it's very important, and I like to get a feel for what the children of some of these elderly parents are, what is in their mind, and I want to ease their mind as well. So most of the meetings and consultations that I set up, that both parties are involved, which is nice because I want to make sure everybody's on the same page, so to speak. So yeah, I feel that's very important to just have everybody there that's involved.
I know you're not an insurance agent, but have you ever noticed in some of these cases where either homeowners insurance or maybe a health insurance or Medicare or something that would step in and help cover the cost for these that are going to make a house safer?
I haven't had a lot of the conversions be covered by insurance. It's really going to depend on their particular insurance. I know Medicare doesn't really cover it. I know Medicaid, there's some instances that it does. And then there's some VA programs out there that do cover some of the conversions as well. And then there are some private health insurances that do. It's just going to be something that, the potential customer would have to just check with their individual insurance company in their particular situation and see what is possible through that. But that's definitely something that, if they wanted to move forward with that I would help them look into as well.
So you have taken some insurance on some of these jobs in the past?
Yeah, it's not very common. I think there's some programs and some things out there that, a lot of people aren't super familiar with. But like I said, it would just have to be something they would have to check with their own individual insurance situation and see what could be covered.
And we know Michigan Bathroom does way more than just safety features in the bathroom. You can do all things in there. What are some of the popular things you're seeing people do right now with their bathrooms?
Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, I as well as being a master plumber, I actually did secure my builder's license as well. So pretty much anything and everything in the bathroom I can work on legally. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people. I'm not sure what's going on with something in the water right now, but there's a lot of people just changing the footprints of their bathroom. They want to move the toilet over here and move the shower to the other side. So those are things that I can definitely handle, like I said, with the licensing that I have. So if somebody wants to, change the entire footprint around and make things a little more accessible, that's definitely an option as well.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here a little bit, Justin. I always like to close with a success story. So is there one that you can kind of recall, maybe working with a family of a senior that was struggling at home a little bit and you were able to make things safer and keep in the home longer?
Yeah, actually, it's fairly recent as well. So I had a customer, it's been about a month ago now. It was right in December. And she had a very, very big garden tub, like the old style garden tubs that you see in some of the manufactured houses. She got a couple different prices from some of the bigger, box stores and some other companies that are out there. And I ended up being about about half the cost. And I was able, because she had pretty tight budget, you know, being a elderly lady on kind of a fixed income. So I was able to come in about half the price what she was getting, and you know, made her big garden tub into a nice walk-in shower, and she was just ecstatic. And it was very exciting to see the look on her face when I was done, and we kind of shook hands and parted ways. But she was extremely excited, and those are the things that really drive me, and you know, really drive what you know, my why is in this business for sure.
Love to hear stories like that, man. And you know, hopefully this podcast brings you even closer to one person you can help out. And like I said, that's worth our time, right? So,
Absolutely.
so for anybody that's still listening at this point, clearly they're interested in your services. What is the best way for them to reach out to you and get a quote and get started?
Yeah, they can either contact me at 810-206-2020. That's my office line, or they can visit my website at michiganbathroom.com. And there's a contact form on there. They can send me an email, and I check those very regularly. So either way, I'd be happy to set up a consultation with someone.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Justin. You all heard it. If you have an older loved one that needs a little safer environment, Justin can take care of you there. If you want to move the tub and the shower and the toilet around and rearrange your bathroom, he can help you there too. He can do it all for you. So, Justin, thanks again for your time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.